Hello, good afternoon and happy 10th of December. Another lunch break, another craft. So yesterday I used my lunchtime to do some homemade soap to give to my friends. So I did this one, which is I used the brown pigment and it turned out to be kind of golden, which I like, and then I just put a little nice label and a little decoration to make it more festive. So I've done this one, and then I went ahead and also did with a different color. So I used mint and it kind of looks teal, which I'm very pleased with. And I use different sizes because I'm putting together little gifts for different size of family. So one person, two people, or two people with kids. So I want to make certain things of different sizes. So that was yesterday. My workshop is, or my mess, I'm not quite sure, is still on my table, so I'm kind of excited to do quite a few projects, but I'm also looking forward to having them done and then putting away all the mess. And because this is also where I work from home, so I need to find a little space over there to just put my computer and work away, and then set up the workshop again and deal with this Christmas tree thing that I decided was a good idea. And it looks pretty, but then also kind of takes over the entire table, so we all must live in harmony somehow. But I mean, it's Christmas and all this looks very Christmassy and cozy, so I can't really complain. So today I'm gonna be making some beeswax candles from beeswax sheets. And there's different ways that you can do the beeswax candles. So if you put this in the microwave, it will melt and then you can pour, or you can also buy it in actual bits, like beads or something that you put in a microwave. This one I'm gonna roll it up, and I'm gonna roll it in two different ways. And this one I was checking, and you can see actually it's quite malleable, which is going to be good for rolling up, because now it's the winter, so sometimes if the room temperature is very cold, then it becomes brittle and it will break when you try to roll it up. So try and keep it in a room that is not too cold, and pretty please don't put it in the microwave. If you want to roll it up in the microwave, it will melt and then kind of defeats the purpose, and we won't be able to get it back to the nice shape. And it has these things like a beehive. That's the point of this texture. So if you want to keep the texture, don't ruin it. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. Speaking of coffee, I have done my calendar routine. So my coffee advent calendar had something called mattinata, which is called something about the morning, and now it's lunchtime, but you know, I've had lunch, so it's okay to have a little bit of coffee after lunch. Then the chocolate calendar had a little shooting star, or maybe, I don't know if it's called a shooting star as well, but maybe because this is Christmas, so I guess it's the star that guided the three wise men to the baby Jesus. I hate the star now, it's dark. I'm sure they'll find a way. Then on my Amma calendar today, I got a free ticket to bouldering, so I think it's called Boulders. It includes renting of the shoes that are required for bouldering. There you go. Climbing shoes, maybe? I don't know. If anyone speaks Danish, you can let me know what this word means exactly, but I know what it is. It's the shoes that you use for bouldering. So if they have another name, that's fine. I'm quite proud of myself that I actually can understand so far what all these things mean, so that's good. I did light my candle up in the morning because it's just kind of on the way out from my bedroom. So I keep the lighter there, and every time I get up and leave the room I just light it up so I don't forget. So that's done. And finally, moving on to the rattling Body Shop gift. I like to start with the good deed message. So today what is the suggestion? It says, access to menstruation products is often limited for homeless women. Donate whatever you can to your local homeless shelter today. That's actually a good idea because, well, of course, all of them are good ideas. Somebody put some effort into this. But usually the things that we donate are clothes and shoes and books and stuff like that. And I don't think it's very common to donate menstruation related products. So that's a good shout out. Next time you donate, I don't know if you can put it like in the boxes. At least here we have some Red Cross big boxes that you just put your bags, and they say specifically that you should only put clothes and shoes and things like that. But so I don't know if you can just put that together or if you can just go in person. In Denmark nowadays with the restrictions, I don't know if you can do something in person, but most definitely if you have good intentions, you can, I guess, just ring an institution up and ask them how you can deliver this to them. I'm sure they'll be very happy to receive and to come up with a plan that involves less contact. For example, maybe I don't know, you can set up a time and then go with your stuff, leave it there and leave. But I'm pretty sure they would appreciate this kind of donation. I'm gonna do that. I think it's a really good idea. Okay, so that's it. It's our little run through the Advent calendars routine. And now, one more sip of coffee and then on to some more crafts. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more DIY Christmas gifts ideas that are still to come, I'm gonna make some more soap, and this time the solid soap, as well as some lip balm and some candles, some biscuits. So stay tuned, subscribe, and never miss a video if you click the notifications button as well. So why am I shaking this? It's not part of the process. It doesn't make your candle any better. All right, so sheet. Now there's different ways. So this came in a box. There were 3 sheets like this. You can buy different sizes of sheets and different number of sheets depending on what pack you buy. And there were only 3 wicks, which I'm a little bit sad about because I wanted more. But anyway, that's what I've got. Different types of candles you can make. So you can just take this as is, take a wick on one of the ends like this, and then just roll it all the way very carefully, and there you go. That's the simplest thing you can do. Then you if there's an excessive wick, you just cut it at the bottom, and then you leave about 1 centimeter or so on the top so that then you can light it up. It's as simple as that, and I think that's the simplest thing you can do with this. It just makes kind of a layered but cylindrical candle. I'm gonna do something a little bit different. So I couldn't find my ruler. I'm gonna use something else. So if you have a ruler, do use that. I'm gonna take this and cut in half diagonally like this. So I'm gonna end up with 2 triangles. And then I'm gonna make 2 slightly different ones. So one triangle, you always put the wick where you start and you start rolling it. So then you have like this spiral. And then the other half, I'm gonna do the same, but before rolling, I'm gonna cut the longest bit here every other centimeter and then roll it up with a wick. And supposedly, once you roll it up, then you can peel, well, just not take off, but like pull down those little bits and you get a nice effect. So let's get on with it. Use a ruler if you have one. I'm gonna use something else, my alternative ruler. So I'm just gonna put it here and then align it. So from corner to corner, from there. Oh, it's not long enough. So hopefully I will guesstimate this right. Yeah, should be okay. So I've got this, careful if you're doing this with kids, make sure adults handle this. So I have a surface below, but you don't actually have to cut all the way down. You just kind of need to score it so you know where it is. And then, for example, you can use scissors or you can actually then just break it. So let's see what happens and how it goes. Because I don't want to cut my table, that would be a bit tragic. So let's align back here to make sure the line continues. Yes. All right, so just gonna put this down. Oh, actually, it cut all the way through. Lo and behold, did not cut my crafts little things. So that's good. There you go. You have 2 triangles. And so now we start with the highest one. And you get a wick. You put it on the edge and then you start rolling up. That's all. If you don't want to lose it, I would recommend that you do leave a little bit at the bottom and then you can always cut it off. And as you can see, there's enough here left over on the other side for you to burn it. All right, so, and this one you can kind of do it slowly at the beginning and use the temperature of your hands to make sure that it rolls up nicely and doesn't break if it happens to be cold where you are. All right, so the first bit is always the hardest. But I mean, we're not aiming for perfection here, right? It's handmade, so it's okay. And although it feels malleable, it looks like it's also a little bit colder than it should be. Here we go. Then it gets easier. So it's just the first bit. And what you want to do, which I'm not doing very well, is make sure that you roll along this line here of the bottom to make sure that then you get a flat bottom. And as you can see, you can already start seeing here the spiral forming. So I'm gonna try and do a better job at following. So you can use actually your finger as a guide, you see, like that, and then you roll it across this line in the bottom over here. Okay, it's going back to where I want it to be, which is good. and trying to keep it together and tight. So you can press it down a little bit, not too much, you don't want to squish it, but you want to make sure you roll it tightly and always across this line, and there you go. You have a very okay, and then here you can just press and use your warmth to close it and seal it, and there you go. There's a church in Denmark that reminds me of this near Christianshavn. It's like a spirally tower that you can go all the way up. It's very pretty, both the candle and the tower. So there you go, super easy to make, and it's the surface that is not even, but it does stand just perfectly, so that's very good. So I think it's very pretty just as is, but let's have a go with the other half and try and cut before rolling. So again, we're gonna use this, so you've got the 90-degree here, right? So you're gonna use this part, and I'm gonna cut small. So for some reason the camera decided it was a really good idea to stop filming, but all I was saying was that for this one now, I'm gonna cut along the longer side here, 1 centimeter little cut. So I used scissors for that, and as you can see, that's what it looks like, but let's keep it flat for now, and we're gonna roll it up exactly the same way we did the other one. So get the wick, put it along the height, and then just roll it all the way to the pointy bit over here. So let's do that. Okay, so all rolled up, and it can stand, which is always a very good thing. Let's just seal it there, and now let's peel these little bits like this. So it's kind of like a more bedazzled version of the other one. All right, and oh, there's a few more down here. There you go. It looks stunning. So you can have this kind of bigger version, kind of wider, or just the traditional one, but I think it still looks very, very pretty. If you want, you can cut the wick a little bit so it looks, but I'm actually fine with this one. I think this one might be a little bit too high, but as you can see, the wick is there, so actually there's no excess. I'm not going to cut it, and it's going to go all the way down. This one looks oddly long, so I'm just going to cut a little bit there, and you can also improve the top over here. That looks a bit weird. There we go. Okay, so I don't know if that made it better or worse, maybe better. There you go. And then you can also do like shorter, and if you buy longer sheets, or you can even combine two sheets, so you roll one and then you start on another one like on top, so then you could make a wider candle if you want to. I'm quite happy with these. They're natural, they smell nice, these, they smell nice of the natural smell, so I wouldn't spoil it by adding any scent, because they smell like they should. I think that's the purpose, and it's totally fine. These I'm not gonna embellish with any little decorations or bows or anything, because I'm preparing a little pack with quite a few different handmade things, so it's nice to give it a festive look by adding like little elements. But then if you have a box full of little things that you've made and everything has bows and bells and things, then it becomes a little bit too much. So I think this one is so nice and pretty that doesn't really need very much else to stand out, so I'm just gonna leave them as they are because I really like them. So that's it for today. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking I didn't open, did I? And I don't think I opened it yesterday either. So to be honest, I very much prefer just reading about the nice things that we can do for each other. But just to let you know, today I had Happy Go Lash, which I guess is mascara. Yes, so that's my little gift from Body Shop today. But yeah, this is what I wanted to show you. So I'm now going to use the remaining sheets and I'm going to make some more, because I do have a few friends, and I'm going to make the two different versions because I like variety, and I think both of them are very nice. And then you can also personalize it by thinking about what kind of friends you have and which friends would prefer something like this and which friends would appreciate this kind a little bit more. But they are both beautiful and functional. They're candles. You've made them. It was super easy, and who doesn't love a personalized gift that somebody made for you, thinking about you, even if it's an ugly Christmas jumper. I mean, it's cozy and comfy and it's Christmas, so I don't have absolutely anything against that. You can give me an ugly jumper anytime. So yeah, that's it, and I shall see you tomorrow.